it's hard. It's really hard to look yourself in the mirror and be like, yeah, I'm okay with the person I am. I'm okay with what I've been through. I'm okay with what I look like. It's hard to get to that point. And like, even if I'm at that point, it's still hard to maintain it, and it's never like you're done. You're done trying to figure out who you are. You're done trying to figure out if you're okay with what you look like and just all that stuff. Like, what makes it so hard is just comparing yourself. And that's the theme today. Self-love.
This is that once in a lifetime.
So I think in high school, well, just growing up in general, you like literally lose yourself in the process of growing up. You constantly compare yourself with others. You're like, why don't I look as good as them? Why are they getting more friends or more guys or more girls or whatever the case may be? And it's just very toxic. You just place yourself so low in your head that you just forget to love yourself. You forget to respect yourself. You forget to appreciate yourself. And it's so hard, because you're constantly comparing yourself to others. So you think so highly of them that you just basically forget to think highly of yourself. And to gain it back is really hard. It's a long process, and it takes a lot of work, but it's not impossible. And I mean, it's excruciating, I mean, in high school, all throughout my school career, I was bullied. In high school, I just finally gave up. I was like, you know what? Like, I'm just gonna feed into the bullying. I know that I'm too skinny. I know that I'm ugly. I know that just whatever it was, I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna feed into that. And you don't have to feed into it. As long as you view yourself as, like, not better, but like, you view yourself as just like beautiful, smart, courageous, just all the beautiful things, all the great things. When you lose that, it's like, it's so devastating because it's so hard to work towards. And you're like, I rather just keep putting myself down because it's easier than lifting myself up. It's gonna take way too long to get back up there. And like, I don't know, it's just painful, like, just being bullied for so long and then just believing in those lies, believing all of the people that were bullying you. Just, God, it's so hard. I used to have these segments on Instagram where I would just be motivating people about self-love, encouragement, and all that. They were very long videos, and I noticed a lot of people would like skip through them because of how long they were. And I mean, like, I don't blame them. They were very long, so I decided to transfer them onto YouTube. So we're gonna do that. Yeah, so it's hard, like, self-love, it's too hard to put in words of like what it truly is, because I'm not an expert. I experienced it first-handedly of like putting myself down and like how much work it is truly. So let's see, where did I start? I think I went through the whole phase of like, depression, anxiety, and all that, and like I fed into it. I was on medication. I gained a lot of weight from it, and then I started, like, I wouldn't say hating myself. Okay, to make it simple, yeah, I started hating myself. I was like, yeah, this isn't the person I want to be. Like, I don't like who I am when I look in the mirror. I don't like all that I've been through, so I just don't want to like myself. I just want to forget about it. I don't want to think about everything that I've been through. I don't want to think about the person I am today. I'm going to skip over all of that and just put myself down. And, like, it's easy. It's easy to hate yourself. And it's easy to look at somebody else and be like, their life is perfect. Why can't my life be perfect? And you never know what someone else is going through. I mean, like, what if they're in the same boat, and it's up to you to look at yourself and be like, I want to be the bigger person. I want to be the influence. I want to be able to express that it's hard. It is very hard to look at yourself and be like, wow, I love that person. Because it took me like years. I'm still going through it, you know? Like, I'm able to look in the mirror and be like, wow, yeah, I am beautiful and I have been through a lot and I am proud of the person I am. But there is still days where I'm like, I don't feel my best. I can be better. And it's those days where it's like, it's easy to fall back into that. And then before you know it, it'll be years and years and years and years of like just being used to putting yourself down. And it's like getting back into that bad cycle. So like self-love to me is just being able to look at yourself in the mirror and do the things for yourself what you never expected to do for yourself, but you would do for other people, you know, like encourage them, lift them up and all that. You're like, why would I have to do that? It just sounds like so profound to you. You're like, shouldn't I already love myself? Like, how is that hard, you know? And I mean, it is hard, but I know that with the help of not only yourself, but with people around you, it's like, if you are having problems with, you know, loving yourself or just like having respect for yourself, I would ask the people around you who love you, who care for you, like, hey, I don't know if you love yourself, but can you like express some gratitude to me? I think more people are just so like busy thinking about themselves and posting those things on Instagram, and they're like, hey, look at me, like I'm better than you. And you know, like that's just so degrading. And it's hard, you know, it's hard growing up in a society where it's just one click away from you just wanting to give up, you know? Like, why am I going to keep trying if I don't look like that person? But you don't have to look like that person, because if you did want to look like that person, then why are you, you know? Like, why are you trying to be someone else? You shouldn't be trying to be someone else. And it took me a really long time to learn that. I mean, I like the person who I am today, and if there wasn't me, then I wonder who else would be me, you know? Like, I bring quirkiness, I bring all this cool stuff, and like I actually love the person I am today. So it takes some time just to like tell yourself some self-affirmations, look in the mirror and be like, I like this about myself, I like this about myself. And like, you don't have to overdo it in one day. Like, it takes time, it'll gradually get there. Like, every time you look in the mirror, even just thinking about it, like, I am smart, and then the next day, I am smart and I am strong. Like, just with that mindset, it'll get gradually better, I promise.